Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
Sliding out of the pocket. He completes this to Walker. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Seahawks first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Darnold down to throw. That's down the field. He's got a royal. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Here's Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Here's Horton. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They run again with Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Walker now at 1st and 10. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
We go, start.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Going up top for Cup. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Cup, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In motion left comes Brown. Throwing is Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Shrugs him off. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Walker to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Calling a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep for the Eagles, Avery Williams. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A heavy rush and down he goes. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Philadelphia.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He stiff-arms him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A play fake, and it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and 19. Darnold. The pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Williams to return. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Brown goes in motion left. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off of play action, Darnold under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nolan Smith.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Now it's Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a 1st down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there. And he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
2 yards on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it again. And he stopped immediately there. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 31-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Williams
the former number 6 overall pick got the sack that time.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Got a man, it's Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Nolan Smith, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Play action. It's Darnold.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Leonard Williams.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw.
Complete, it's Dodson.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nolan Smith. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Barner, the tight end. So no gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at about the 32. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Here's Horton.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
On the counter, it's Walker.
Pushing through the contact. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Stiff-armed him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Toss left side for Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Darnold now to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
For the Seahawks.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Braden Mann now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Darnold rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack? These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about
different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Another try for Barkley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 111 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now it's Darnold.
Complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Darnold.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown.
What a great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And out now come the Eagles.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Solid stiff arm.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw is Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Walker with another carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Darnold.
He completes this to Walker.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup, if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
At the 27-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number three. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and one. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Barkley inside handoff. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Leonard Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. eventually that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow it down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. First target, first catch, and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks 41-yard line.
Smith, the man in motion left.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Smith catches left side.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A gain of 6 yards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and goal from the 1. Barkley again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry first?
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Walker showing the power. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
I think this was going to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And a Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The home team's offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
Darnold.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Darnold now to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Running right, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
On for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, this kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Buried multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Off of play action, Darnold. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Nolan Smith in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Nolan Smith,
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Looking to throw. Oh, Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it. Oh, the Seahawks come after it, and they block it. And we can start to see that developing from up here. He came off the punter's right side. He got in there quickly.
He did, and so the question's going to be, did you hang in there long enough on the edge to block? In college, what you try and do is shove him out of his path, and then you take off running downfield because you're allowed to. In the pros, you can't release in the interior until the ball's punted, so there's no reason not to stay in there and make sure you get a good block on him.
Here we go, set.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Play action. It's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
First down pass. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 24.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Saquon Barkley running right. Dances by him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them with no gain.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier.
Here's Horton. There's a nice move. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one to finally knock him on the ground.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going up top for Cup. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
looking to put a drive together.
Looking to throw. McKee. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now Darnold. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Faking the give, Darnold.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Darnold. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To throw is Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Darnold now to throw.
That's taken in by Arroyo.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Walker now on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night. He is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The drive starts with a carry by Diller. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw, McKee. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Williams. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
For a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 20.
Back to throw. He completes this to Walker. Down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And McKee now.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Leonard Williams. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
What a quick start to the drive, but not from the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's McKee.
Dancing to his left.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Eagle first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there.
He's got Smith here. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it third and inches.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. McKee. There goes screen with Dillon. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
McKee now to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, the league's best linebacker, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're complete to Smith and Jigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 44-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Smith and Jigba to the ground. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Darnold to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, Darnold. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. McKee to throw here.
This short throw caught by Goddard.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. Going to be a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
McKee will look to throw it.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Ochena make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. There's a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Evades the tackler, and now some space. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile, people raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. They'll run the toss to Walker.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McKee. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw, McKee. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Quick slant to Brown.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
On the toss to Charbonnet. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Charbonnet. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A run now with Charbonnet. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Jason Myers is kicking off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Tyrese Knight on the tackle. A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Darnold down to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now Darnold.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Loose inside the 30.
And down to the 16-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Back to throw, McKee.
It's caught, Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
It's a gain of 9.
McKee now.
Over the middle, it's complete. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's McKee.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. To try again after the sack, McKee. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line.
This likely a must-have, third and goal.
Operating from the gun, McKee. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
Fights through and now a crease. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the victory here for Seattle. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fist and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.